They're both almost completely silent and seemingly unstoppable killing machines, the two biggest clashers in history, in my opinion at least. The guy that has no nickname, Jason Voorhees, versus the boogeyman, or the shape, Michael Myers. With the new release of Halloween Ends, it means that the 2022 Halloween special, as all you know if you watch my videos, will be Jason versus Michael. One of the most, if not the most debated horror debate, and I'm here to end it. But anyway, let's start and begin with Michael Myers. Michael Andre Myers was born on October 19, 1957. He had an older sister named Judith and a younger sister. The family resided in a two-story house at 45 Lambkin Lane in the suburban town of Haddonfield, Illinois. Probably not that run. On October 31st, 1963, a 6-year-old Michael dressed up as a clown for Halloween and watched his sister and her boyfriend kissing before going up to have sex. Taking a knife out of the kitchen drawer and waiting for Judith's boyfriend to leave, Michael then snuck up the stairs and repeatedly stabbed his sister to death. After watching her die, he left the house only to discover by his sentenced parents who had just returned home. Michael was sent to Smith's Grove Warren County Sanitarium for his crime, where he will remain until his 21st birthday, until he could be trialed as an adult. At Smith's Grove, Michael received psychiatric treatment from Dr. Sam Lummis. Upon spending time with the boy, Lummis concluded that this was a hopeless case for Michael Myers. Had no humanity left in himself. He placed his case that Myers moved for a more secure facility, but his supervisor refused to listen and ordered that he remains in an acute Smith Grove. But anyways, now let's talk about his feats. And one thing to remember about Michael Myers is he's smart. He was able to drive a car, and when he drove the car, he was locked up in the solitary confinement, or no, solitary confinement, at least in the Calibre since he was 6 years old, and he just goes out and learns how to drive a car with nothing. But anyways, he can walk through a door. He stabbed a girl and lifted her into the air with just a knife. He can take some bullets to himself and 2 shots from a pistol to the eyes. When an explosion was made right in front of him, he was able to walk a few steps while being on fire, and yes, he did survive it. He took a lot of shots from many machine guns, but it did leave him in a coma for a year, but any normal human would die, so He can also crush a man's skull. He used a shotgun as a knife to stab someone, and the wood plank behind the person. He can even put his thumb through a man's forehead. Didn't feel a thing when his finger was blown off in the new movie, 2018. He fought and beat many firefighters, and you know how strong they are. And even tanked a fire hose, and if you didn't know, fires can actually kill a normal human. He took a tombstone out of the earth and put it in a house of his sister. But now, anyways, sorry, this is not. But let's talk about Jason Voorhees. And in this video, I will actually go over 2 Jasons. The first one is Alive Jason, and then Undead Jason. But here's his backstory. Jason Voorhees was born in 1946 in a small town of Crystal Lake to Ellis and Palma Voorhees. Jason Voorhees had several face deformities, hydrophalmias, and mental disabilities at birth. Palma raised him on her own and homeschooled him, isolating him from the rest of the world. When he was 11, incapable of getting him a babysitter, Palma took him to Camp Crystal Lake, where she worked. Here he was bullied and tormented by his fellow campers and seemingly drowned when they threw him into the lake. Mad with grief, Palma killed the consoling who failed to protect her son and prevented Annie from returning. However, Jason actually survived, and after the death of his mother, Jason created a shrine in her memory, avenging her death, and took her place in preventing Annie from returning to Crystal Lake. And we are doing live action for both characters. If we didn't, then Jason would absolutely destroy. Here's some feats from the comics, but we're not taking any of those into the final debate or the final answer. He killed a bunch of soldiers, sliced one in half, punched a guy heads off clean, punched through one and took his heart out. He survived a grenade explosion and healed from it, tanked the machine guns firing on him, punched the guy's head so hard that it went out of his ass. He can flip cars, he survived a fall from space, punched through a metal door, and finally, But now, let's talk about his feats. The matter we start with, of course, Alive Jason, which is from Friday the 13th part 1, or he wasn't the main killer in it, but anyways, he's in the end, but 2 through 4, so 1 through 4. He was able to squeeze a guy's head like a watermelon and making his eyes pop out. But in this movie, he feels pain. Like if someone stabs him, he would fall down for a few seconds, as he did there. He got an axe to the head, but was knocked out from it. And he died from a kid swinging a machete at him many times. And we actually see him running, which we don't see Michael Myers or Undead Jason do. But now let's talk about Unalive Jason. When his grave was struck by lightning, he woke up and became a zombie. And he is so much stronger than Alive Jason, so much. He was able to rip a guy's head up and throw him into a tree. Bullets didn't even seem to affect him at all, he just walks them off. And in part 8, he was able to teleport up a ladder and kick the guy down it. And he was able to punch a guy's head off, clean off his body. He took a machete to the stomach. And he was also able to take hits in Freddy's dream world, which, if you didn't know, everything felt in the dream world, you also feel in the real waking world. It's better if you watch this little video I have here, because there are so many feats in it.
Killed.
But there are more feats for both characters, obviously. But these are kind of the main ones, or the ones I'm going to talk about today. Here is the winner. I will start with Alive Jason versus Michael Myers. And that goes, in my opinion, to Michael Myers. He's just more durable than Alive Jason. But I think Jason is stronger and faster. He's faster. But it's another thing for Undead Jason. That's not a fair fight, not at all. Michael Myers can't do anything to hurt Jason. The winner, Jason Voorhees. Thanks for watching to the end of the video. And to see that you are here, I have a little game for you. Guess the character, as I put in the community. If you guess the guide or the right character, you get a shout out in my next video. But we're gonna start with the easy one. This one. But I'll see you all later. Goodbye.